Okay, let us start with today's session. So, in today's session, we will be discussing about some of the basic terminologies that are used in SAP FICO module. So, I have listed down here some of the important topics that will also form part of our baseline configuration. So, the first one is the number range, next is the posting key, next we have sort key, next we have exchange ratio, exchange rates. So these are the some of the terms which we will try to understand today. Coming to the first one, the number ranges. So if I read through the lines that I have mentioned here, so we have different number ranges for accounting document, for controlling document, for asset masters, for GL masters, for customers master, vendor master, business partners, and recurring documents. Now let us start to understand one by one. Talking about the number range for accounting document. So every entry that we post in SAP is given a number code that is called as FI number range. The FI number range is created by a BN1T code. Coming to next one is the controlling document. So whenever we make a posting into any module, whether that is GL accounting or any other sub module, and if those some modules or main module involve posting on a GL account that is also a cost element. Then the controlling document is also generated. So for those controlling document, the CO number range must be defined so that those documents take the number from this range in a sequential order. Third, we have the asset master number range. So whenever we create the asset masters, the asset masters must belong to the number range specified in AS08. Next we have the GL master number range. So GL master number range is nothing but whenever we create any GL accounts, the number that is given to that GL account must be within a given specified range of account group. Similarly, we have the number range for customer master, vendor master, business partners. These are created separately as part of the baseline configuration. Next is the recurring number range. So recurring number range is nothing but the number range that is used to post the recurring nature of entries. Okay. Recurring nature of entries means the entry that has to be posted in a specified duration of period. Let's say every month or every quarter or every week and so on. So if I talk of number ranges in SAP, we have these all the sort of number ranges that you can see on the screen. We have FI number range, CO number range, asset master number range, GL masters, customer, vendor, business partner number ranges, recurring entries, number ranges. I hope the number range part is clear now. Let us move to another concept that is called posting key. So what is a posting key? Whenever we post any entry, whenever we create any journal entry, then we have one line as debit and other line as credit. Alternatively, we can have multiple lines on the debit side and multiple lines on the credit side. So the posting key is nothing but a 2-digit code which explains whether a particular line is debited or credited. Okay. So apart from explaining the line whether it is a debit or credit, it also controls the field status along with the field status group of the GL account. So the function of posting key is two. Number one is to decide whether the line in an entry is debit or credit. Second is to control the field status while posting the entry. Okay, this is the second concept. Third concept is the sort key. So the sort key is used to populate default value in the assignment field while making any posting to any GL account. The sort key is assigned in the GL master and generally the standard sort keys are enough to suffice our requirement, and in real time we do not create any sort key. But in case there is a requirement to create a such, then we use OB16T code to create the sort key. Exchange ratio. Exchange ratio is nothing but the ratio of exchange between currencies. Those are maintained in the multiples of tens. But when I say multiple of tens, that would mean 1 is to 10, 1 is to 100, 1 is to 1000, and so on. This is very rarely used, and it is used in those scenarios where the conversion currencies are very high, very large number. Okay, in those cases only we use the exchange ratio, otherwise this is very rarely used. Coming to the next concept is the exchange rate. So in SAP we have a local currency and we have all the currencies other than local currency. Local currency means the currency of the country in which the company operates. Let's say my company is in India, so INR is my local currency, and apart from INR, all other currencies are foreign currencies. So whatever transactions are posted in foreign currencies, those must be converted into the local currency. For this, in whatsoever currency we deal, either we purchase or we sell, the combination of those currencies into the local currencies and from local currencies into those currencies must be maintained as exchange rate between those currencies with transaction OB08. So this is part of the month-end activity that every organization must do. So coming to the next concept within exchange rate is the exchange rate type. Generally and usually we will be using exchange rate type M, which is nothing but the average standard rate for any of our client for which we configure. Okay, so I hope all those concepts are clear to you. We will see some other concepts and other configuration in our next session. Let us close for today. Goodbye.